Hey, how's it going? This is Ben here, and today I got a very cool video for you if you're in sales, if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner. As you and I know, the hardest part of any business is getting new customers. Um, that's where most entrepreneurs and business owners they spend the most amount of their money on, the most amount of their time and aggravation. I used to be in door-to-door sales of all things, so I know firsthand just how painful it is to go out and prospect. And that's really what brought me to what I'm going to share with you today. Um, is essentially you need a system that brings in new customers on autopilot, okay? And that's I spent the last year and a half figuring out how to do just that. So imagine that someone knocks on your door and you open it up and you look down. Here's this box, and there's nothing on it but a note. And you take the box in, you open it up, and there's this weird machine, and the note says, "Put $1 in here." Here in Canada, you put a loonie in, and you've pulled down this lever, and next thing you know, it starts going, and it starts making some weird noises. And next thing you know, boom, that dollar out pops a $5 bill or a $10 bill. So, wow, like that's pretty cool. You think you just keep putting in dollar after dollar, and it keeps popping out a random amount, between $5 to $10. So, how much would you actually pay for something like that if it existed in the real world? Like $1,000, 10,000. Like, I would go probably rob a bank and make like just to get money to pay for this weird mysterious machine. And the cool part about it is that machine actually exists here in the real world, and the what it actually is a marketing funnel. So without further ado, this is what this is all about. I took my dollar store whiteboard here, and I'm going to explain to you exactly how to create a marketing funnel in your business. So, um, just look at the amazing quality here. This must cost. This I spent literally tens of minutes working on this. So anyway, step one, you have your ad lead generation. So let's say you could be a personal trainer. You could be selling anything, houses. You could be selling travel, whatever. Accountants. Let's just say you're an accountant. Okay, so step one is ads. Now, I'll just put this out. Now, most businesses rely on word of mouth over advertising. A lot of people even brag that they don't advertise. And I'll tell you why that's stupid, because if you can't spend money to acquire a customer, you don't have a business. You have an expensive hobby. So, first part is an ad. And now, it's not just any ad we're making. We're not going to make like an image-based ad. This is a direct response ad, and it's going to be a two-step process. So it's not going to be, if you're an accountant, say you want to attract corporate business, not like B2B business. Say you're going to want to have a lead generation magnet. So in this case, let's say it's 7 ways to save money on your corporation taxes or something like that. I'm not an accountant, so I don't really know. So anyway, you create this little checklist report thing, and the first part is finding where your traffic is. So where do your ideal customers hang out? That's, one thing you can do is think of what kind of magazine or something would they read but nobody else would read. So you want to find out your ideal customer. And the second part is you want to find out your lifetime value of a customer. So how much is that one customer, that new customer into your business, how much are they worth within 6 months, within a year, within 3 to 5 years? The reason why you do that is because that will basically give you the exact number that you can spend to acquire that customer. So if you know that for every customer that comes in, they'll be worth on average $1,000 to the year, you can spend, up to $1,000 to acquire them profitably. So that's step one. If your your lead generation. So like I said, you create a report or a free video, something that they're usually it's their most pressing problem. You create a piece of content around that, and then you put it in front of them, and then they like it, they click on it. If it's online or if it's direct mail, they they take it. But step 2 here is your opt-in page. Now this is where you capture their email or hopefully their physical address too for another part of this. So it helps if you have a physical thing that you can send them. Let's just say if this whole thing is online. So you get their opt-in. Now immediately after this opt-in, you take them to the thank you page. Say, hey, thanks for inquiring about my 7 ways to save money on your corporate travel or corporate accounting. So step 3 is this thank you page, and it's also what we call a tripwire or like a self-liquidating offer. Basically, the idea here is to give them the thing, but then also immediately try to get them to buy something. It's usually between $7 all the way up to $97. It's pretty low ticket. The idea is twofold, I guess. 1, you want to recoup your ad costs right away. 2, you want to qualify them as a buyer, which everyone knows is a lot better than a prospect. So, boom, you got their thing, you send them to the thank you page, they downloaded it, they gave you their email, hopefully they bought your product, your tripwire. So if they didn't, that's fine, because now they're in your system. Next is the fancy shock and awe package. I learned this concept from Dan Kennedy. I learned pretty much all this from Dan Kennedy. So, like, caveat, go check out Dan Kennedy. The shock and awe package is like the conversion machine. Now, what it is you send them a huge box. This is why it helps you get their shipping, their mailing address. You send them a box. In the box, you have a printed version of your report, the 7 ways on how to do the thing, the checklist, which is kind of like 7 mistakes to avoid before filing taxes for this accounting example, and a specific newsletter. So the newsletters there's like a pretty good template that you can follow to make them, and I'll tell you a little bit about that later. The micro sales letter, which is about a page to 4 pages, basically telling them what to do next to buy your thing. And finally, your book. Now, the book, this is like the secret sauce here for this whole thing. This is what really makes the whole thing super valuable. The book is going to demonstrate your ACE factor, your ACE, authority, celebrity, and expertise. And basically, it's how you separate yourself from all your competition. You position yourself as the top of the market instead of the bottom, and you're going to be able to sell a lot more to them. So essentially, you got your shock and awe package. That's to sell your main product or your main service. This is, like I said, it's the conversion machine. The next part is the follow-up. Now you can do this. You can send, I would suggest you do online follow-up, so email follow-up, and also physical follow-up, so sending them letters and stuff. You can send them. My mind's blanking right now. There's so many. This whole follow-up thing is literally like a science on its own. Like, just to quickly break down why you want to follow up is because not everybody who clicks on your ad wants to buy your services right now. I mentioned this in the video before, but you got your hot, warm, and cold leads. Hot leads are the ones who are like actively looking for a solution. They're your buyers. Warm leads are the ones who are pretty like easily converted within the next 30 days typically. They're the ones you want to like. Let's just break it down to percentages. Roughly, you'll have 3% of your customers probably are warm or hot leads. They're ready to buy. Maybe 10% are warm, 10 to 20, and then the rest are cold. So really, your warm leads are the ones that most people neglect, and that's where the most amount of your money actually is. So the next part of this whole funnel system is the back end, or the value ladder, as Russell Brunson calls it. Now, the back end is it's going to be your continuity programs, your high ticket items, your just like affiliate offers, just basically selling them more stuff over time. Like that's the idea of this funnel, is to make all the money on the back end usually. The value ladder is, to use an example of a dentist, you basically want to start them off low. Say, hey, come into the office, my dental practice, for a free cleaning or a free dental checkup, and then you step them up to a $97 teeth cleaning, and then maybe a $297 teeth whitening service, then maybe a $2,500 braces, and then $10,000 plus cosmetic surgery, and so on and so forth. You can do that. Like, I challenge you to do that with your business, depending on what it is. If you're creative enough, you can do it. It's how, most businesses only have one product or like one service, but there are ways to create a value ladder for everyone. And finally, you have your ongoing promotions. So that could be 4-day cash machines, boomerang campaigns, cash flow surge letters, like the list goes on and on. But yeah, that's all I really want to show you with my shitty little whiteboard here. The reason why I made this video is I actually create these. I help people make these. So if you thought this video was cool, if you want me to go into it further, you can message me. If this is on YouTube, just DM me, or on Facebook, just send me a message, and then we can schedule a strategy session. First of all, I'll walk you through this business with your business specifically. This process, and then we can kind of see if it would actually be a good fit for your business. And from there, we can talk about whether you want me to actually help you implement the whole system. So yeah, if you want help with that, just reach out to me. And if not, I hope you learned something from this video, and I really enjoyed making for you. Okay, until next time.